As you watch the IPL, one eye will always be on the World T20, which will start within a week of the IPL getting over. And if you're an Indian fan, you must be worried. If you take a look at the 15-member Indian team and then judge their performances in the IPL, you know what I'm talking about. Except Virat Kohli, Jasprit Bumrah and Kuldeep Yadav, almost every player who is playing in this IPL or has been selected for the World T20 has either been off form or inconsistent. Let's start from the top. Captain Rohit Sharma has not had the best of seasons, and there's no debate on that. The flair that we generally associate with Rohit in his batting is missing. The last 50-over World Cup, Rohit gave brilliant starts to India, and that is what you will want to see come the World T20 in the US and the Caribbean. But so far in this IPL, Rohit has struggled at the top for the Mumbai Indians, and as a result, his team is languishing at rock bottom. Is this a cause for worry? Yes, it is. Because you generally associate good form and then you continue with that vein of form going into the tournament. Hopefully, in the last few games, Rohit rediscovers his touch. Coming to Virat Kohli, despite all the talk along his strike rate, one has to say that Virat has looked in very good rhythm. If you take his recent innings, he has looked good, he has played some great shots, and even against spin, he has looked extremely comfortable. So the aberration of that 118 strike rate match notwithstanding, Virat Kohli is kind of a shining light for India going into the World T20. Yashasvi Jaiswal, however, is not in the same rich vein of form that we normally associate with him or did in the last IPL. He has blown hot and cold. Some of his innings have been stellar, but some others not up to the mark. Will Jaiswal rediscover his touch is very, very important for India because one expects X-factor starts from Yashasvi Jaiswal at the top of the order. In the middle order, there is enough and more cause for worry. Rishabh Pant has looked good in patches, but yes, in patches. He has blown hot and cold as the Delhi skipper, and his record in the IPL is testimony. Yes, his comeback is an absolute fairy tale, but when you really check Rishabh's ways of getting out, you have to feel a tad worried. Sanju Samson has had a very good season, but he too, in recent matches, has not been the most consistent self. In Sanju's case, this is a usual thing. He has started the tournament with a flurry, like in most other cases, but thereafter, he has this tendency to taper off. This season has been no different. Hopefully, things will get better with time. And then going into the middle order, Hardik Pandya is a serious cause for worry. The Mumbai Indians skipper has not been in the best of form at all. Shivam Dube, his possible replacement, who hasn't bowled too much, in the last two matches got out for ducks. Is that a cause for worry? Maybe not. But again, the consistency question has to be brought in. In all, the middle order does not really give us much confidence. Among the others, Ravindra Jadeja has blown hot and cold. In the last match for CSK, he looked extremely good. But overall, in the IPL, it has been a mediocre IPL for the CSK star. Coming to Axar Patel, in some of the games, he has done really well with the bat. But in some others, again, he has been inconsistent, the story of most Indian players so far. And now coming to the bowling, like we said, Kuldeep Yadav and Jasprit Bumrah have been the pick of the bowlers. Bumrah is in a different league. Kuldeep too has picked multiple wickets. But what about the others? Someone like a Mohammad Siraj, enough and more cause for worry. Somebody like an Arshdeep Singh, again someone who doesn't give us much confidence. Coming to the spinners, Yuzvendra Chahal has blown hot and cold, and like we said, Kuldeep Yadav is the shining star. Even Axar Patel is blowing hot and cold for Delhi Capitals. So overall, when you judge this Indian team, you have to say you're a tad worried. Will India be in the top three for me? Maybe not. I will have to say that Australia, England, New Zealand, even South Africa have to be ranked above India as we go into this tournament. But then, can this underdog tag really help India? possibly can, because the tag of favourites brings with it a pressure that India will do without. So maybe that is something we can fall back on, and India will have lesser expectations in the West Indies and in the US, and perhaps that will bring out the best in our players. But as on today, we really need our players to get back to form and mount a strong title challenge. This is Boria Majumdar for Revsportz.